Hello, gamers of the future. I'm playing this challenge again. Oh, we're trying to get caught in the 2D room. There's a level 3 chest in there. We're trying to do Makoto's challenge at the same time. Surely this couldn't end badly. No, that was the weird camera glitch we used to get during Final Fantasy with the other controller. No, unless it wasn't. I'm just going crazy. So, like I said, we used to do these in full stealth, and that would still be cooler. But we're gonna save a lot of IRL sanity by not doing that. If we simply ignore that possibility and actually do ambushes, we will maintain the quest status and not go crazy. How's our party level doing? Level 46 use case? That's not great. I'm gonna be real with you, that's not great. These rooms are just like, we could time it out, right? And like learn the spacing on the dash, but like, it's gonna take time and effort that I don't want to expend on this. Easy. Oh. There's no way. Dude, what the heck? There's no way. Go, go. Go. How did I not get spotted? This is absurd. I should have failed at least twice by now. No. Dude, why is the hook over there? Hook on rails. I literally not even close to it. Who did that? Get me out of here. Oh, I could save at the checkpoint. You're so right. I forgot about that. I was so like, you know, trying to remind myself that checkpoints were forbidden in this challenge because of fast travel, but I forgot that you could probably use checkpoints for saving. Can't go that way. All right. Oh, there's a chest in here. Okay, hold on. Okay, very careful. This looks safe. We can't hesitate is the thing. We can go under these, right? Oh. No, we can't? What? Joker is really... He does not want to go down there. Let us for this moment. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Did I get dropped inputs? Is that what happened? Wait, where's the treasure chest? Wait, what is happening in here? I'm missing a treasure chest? Be up further, okay. Wait, what's up there? What the heck? Wait, what? Oh, they had the third eye. Oh, okay. 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 Okay, I see how this game is played. I'm so mad that we died to that, but it's a good thing we died to that.
Yes.
Yosh, indeed. I just want to go home, dude. I want to just make more progress in this game. You know what I mean? Like, I also want to do this. This is part of the problem. Like, not only is it for content, but it's also... It's not really content. It's for gear. This is a form of content, I guess. Like, the stealth challenge is a form of content, but... Oh yeah, we should check on that. If that is in fact legal, because I guess we're not fast traveling, right? We could just save, and that would be very clutch. I mean... Oh. Oh yeah, I just mean to say, like, we're not speedrunning right now. I could be. Not this game. What? These explodey boys are so weird. What is happening? Any playthrough can be a speedrun if you try hard enough. You're so right. Yeah, this is just like a really bad speedrun. Yeah, you're right. That's why I play platformers. I don't know if I played a platformer in a while on here, but that is how I have so little patience in platformers. I'm always trying to play it like a speedrun. I have been threatening to learn a speedrun for like 3 years or however long now. Well, it's been a while since I've done a speedrun. I did at least one. I have completed one speedrun in my life. One like legit speedrun. Yeah, no, it's true. What is happening? That game was not Luigi's Mansion? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, here we go. Here's the stressful part. Unreal. The God Saber? Okay, that was worthwhile. Right? God Saber is worthwhile, I feel. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, like, I'm not going to use it, but I do want to look at it. It's fine. Look, yeah, I mean, like, look, it's worth it, okay? Here's all the new weapons. Oh, you're telling me that we're gonna learn the new skill? That's crazy. Tell me more. Oh, we can't even see the things in here. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I like, they haven't brought back that invisible grapple point mechanic in so long, I forgot about it. What? Okay. I'm still mad with it last time. Get me out, please. Okay, I see checkpoint. I will not greed. No. I go to checkpoint. I save at checkpoint. Okay, beautiful. It's over. Now, can I see the saber? Get the God Saber, please. Oh, this slaps. Look at that. Look at that sword. That's the God Saber. We do love to see it. The Queen's Whip. It does look just like a kind of a fancy gold whip. Okay, so Zenkichi wins this round by a long shot. By a long shot. Okay. Anyway. Where are we going? Corner of this room. We're almost done. Yeah, like Morgana's kit's like actually phenomenal as a support. Oh my god. What? What the hell just happened? Yeah, I agree. Several questions. This music's been in here before, it's just kind of rare. This is the worst part of the game. I'm only half joking about that. Waiting for this hook is genuinely one of the worst dungeon design decisions in the entire game. It's so bad. Like, what was the point of this? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of this? There goes 30 seconds of our life. We're not getting that time back. We're almost there. We're very nearly there. Get me out. Get me out. Oh, is there no checkpoint back here? Oh, I thought there was. Okay. No, did I miss it? Did I already miss it? I already missed it. Oh my god. Oh, you're right, we can. What? What are you weak to? Sai? Do I have any Sai? This is worth our time? Oh, fire. Where's Queen Maeve? Goodbye. Just spam. It's easy. Probably have SP. That was like very worth the amount of. Oh. Like, this hook is fine because you can access it from both rooms at all times. Get me out of here. Should have saved first. What if the game crashes right now? Should have saved immediately. We're good. We're good. Let me save. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Alright. Back to actual gameplay. So we did get... Look, we had to check. It was a Morgana sword. We got it done, though. We got the HP incense, which is actually quite good. It's only 1 HP incense, but like, that's fine. Who needs more than that? I only need 5 HP. We'll make some progress, shall we? More like progress. If you know what I'm saying. More like it's exciting, whatever. We could bring somebody who's not Zenkichi to the party, but that's illegal, I think. Actually, plot-wise, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go sound settings. Oh. Game settings? Yeah. I want like confirmed POS music right now. Okay, Norn. I should run Makoto again. I didn't know we'd be fighting more Norns right away. This one is more powerful than Mitros, didn't we? No, it was Mitros, I guess. Goodbye. Norn, more like Norm. That's true. Get out of here. Yeah, exactly, right? I'm using Makoto for gameplay reasons, not for romance reasons. Oh, I guess so. Okay, hold on. If this is gonna be an actual fight, we should probably take Makoto for support and for having Makoto on the party. This is a good comp. Wait, what? Makoto wants a new skill? What skill? Oh, we have Freydine. Yeah. That's like probably fine. We probably don't need Flash Bomb, honestly. We can take Mafrela in case we need to cover AoE. I like having coverage options, what can I say? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Oh. Cutscene? Okay, not quite. I'm ready. Has anybody considered this might have been a ruse, an ambush of some kind? Someone said it's quiet, too quiet. It's over for us now. Okay. We've been hit by Swords of Revealing Light. Forced removal. Okay. Oh no. We're in jail! Get it? Because we're already in a jail? Do you get it? Yeah, we're in jail again. We've been in jail twice already in this game. Yep. True. Linkichi's right. Wow, a convenient air vent. Oh, wow, for the first time ever. Ryuji, what are you talking about? Oh, look, a convenient air vent. Who would have thought? Who could ever have foreseen this? Vague file list times 5. The RNG gods smile upon us. Neon. Easy. Okay. There's another air vent. Why is it always air vents? No, you didn't say that. I can't believe you'd ever suggest that the Phantom Thieves might be. It's disgusting. I can't even say it. They might be sus. What an absurd accusation. Yo! Final guard. And 12 bond points. No. This couldn't be like a Mogus. No. Nothing. No, it's impossible. Oh, this is a thing. I'm in. Yeah, we just go into people's minds and make them confess their darkest crimes publicly. We're not imposters. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we got the goods, folks. Oops. Oh, yeah. It only costs 36 SP. That's pretty good. Okay. Like a button in here to turn off the lasers? Oh yeah, no, I have been for a bit. He's very fun. He's the neutral damage character. There's no thinking involved now. He just has more damage than everybody else. Okay. They warped us into like the next room over. That's not even cool. Here we go. Tenkichi is what I seek the most often, and this is true before. This was true before I started playing Bloodborne, several years ago. I always seek Bloodborne mode. You give me a character who has a big coat, and B, a giant greatsword, and then uses health for abilities, and then regens health with abilities. I don't want anything more than that. That's all I want. That's all I want. I mean, does Van Helsing regenerate HP on attack? It's very important. That element is very important. Also, he's got sword beams. Like, what's cooler than this? Like, come on. Big, like, neutral damage greatsword who can ignore all enemy defenses. And has sword beams. Like, what's better than this? He has like all this is like the coolest thing you can possibly, like the coolest character you could have conceived of. He has charge attacks and spin to win. They just like put like all of the coolest parts of everybody else's movesets into one character. Hold on. Was it Laser Sword DLC? Oh my god, really? I have not played enough Skyrim to know about this. That's incredible. No, hold on. Easy. Like, Gigi's moveset is, like, unbelievably satisfying. The Blood Scout Blade, incredible. We did run through a lot of resources to do this. That is mildly problematic, but I'm sure it'll be fun. We have SP recovery items. Oh yeah, elevator fight. Let's go. Let's not forget, by the way, That's in Kichi due to mechanics. Has the ability to basically permanently extend his buff effects because of the skill that extends buffs on a crit, and his Fury mode, which increases his critical rate. Oh my god. Hey, who debuffed me? Oh my god. Oh, there's Sarasvati's in here. Sure. Easy. Oh, this feels like the. Oh my god, look at this. This is sick. Look at this. So it feels like we're in the final approach here. You want to organize our party at all? It's been Tron, but now it's like Super Tron. I mean, like, our party's good. I like Sophie's moveset, but I'm bad at it, I think, is the long and short of it. Really fun when it works, but when it doesn't work, it feels very clunky. This is fine. This is a good party. If we need SP, we can refill. Not good. Thor? Yeah. Alright. Word. So not weak to Bless. As soon as he should be able to debuff us. Oh, that's bad. Whew. Oh, look at the dodging. Drop it on him. Let's go. Love the salute. Get out of here. See ya. Well, that fight was extremely easy, thanks to the power of Heat Riser. Once we get Heat Riser going, it's like kind of over. It's an elevator. Sophie's a genius. She's so powerful. It's almost like everybody was right when they told me I just need to use buffs more often. Elevated opinion of himself. Get it? Do you understand the jokes? Very complicated jokes. Okay, great. Here we go. Yeah, here I was thinking this was like a water tower, healing SP. Okay. Where's the item menu? Whatever. Oh, here it is. LeBlanc coffee. Zankichi. Oh, dude, I don't have that much SP item. Oops. Thought I had more than I had. Oh, I do. Okay. I was like, what do you mean? I just haven't cooked that much. Alright. Here we go. The Cage of Arrogance. Oh, I guess it's Pride? I'm guessing. Basically. They had Vanity though, right? What is up with these cages? This party's good. Doesn't matter, we have Zenkichi. We don't need to worry about elements anymore. We literally don't have to use another character again. Oh. Hold on, I want this for this is a thumbnail. This is a thumbnail kind of shot here.
鳥かごか。やっぱここにもあんのかよ。
This is pretty.
それが今までの
I
J
think
の
we got it. I
仕
think
組
we
み
got
だ
it.
からな。
Nikiji's the element of surprise. Yeah.
だが、なぜこの絵にまで
Oops, sorry, Yusuke.
だが、なぜこの絵にまで鳥かご
Yeah,
がある
he's effective against everybody because he has the element of
奴は
surprise.
黒幕ではなかったのか
True.
わからね
Zenkichi is basically true damage. And true damage is always fun.
え。だが、ジェイルを作ったのはこの絵自身のはず。
It's not like literally, you know, calculations wise true damage, but it's the effect of like, just forget about the defenses. We're just gonna, you know, defense ignoring damage. Just send it.
そのこの絵がジェイルの仕組みを知らないとは思えない。ってことは、自分で自
Oh
分を
no.
トラウマの中に閉じ
I
込
didn't
め
think
て
we'd
い
have a
ると
trauma
しか
cell
思え
here.
ない。
何のためにそんなことを？
We have not had one for a while.
ジェイルを作り出すためには、そうする必要があるのかもしれない。
それってこの絵にもトラウマがあるってこと？あんな自信たっぷりなやつのトラウマって想像がつかん。
Old point
どう
Futaba.
すんだ。これを開けるには確か鍵ってのがいるんだろう。
Yeah, we do.
そうだ鳥かごに触れれば鍵のありかのヒントが得られる
Ryuji, you know what time it is. A staple in Persona, even. I mean, the tragic backstory is like the entirety of Persona. Futaba's like, oh, I can't believe this guy has a tragic backstory. This is literally the entire premise of the series. Every single character has a tragic backstory. Whom among the Persona cast does not have some sort of trauma? Any takers? Nobody? Literally everybody. I think it's every named character has something tragic in their backstory. Send the new guy. Oh my god, he's actually gonna do it.
頑張って。すぐ話しちゃダメだよ。
泣くなよ。おっさん。
あ
終えたな。さすが狼。
天をつく洞窟とはこのことか美しくさえあるな
It's almost operatic.
お前らのんきに言ってっけど、あれすげえ。
Yes, finally someone understands.
静かに。
Oh, that's so good.
虐待？何をバカな。ああ、うちは動物を飼ってますから。その声じゃありませんか。なあ、アキラ。
誰だこの声。
So somebody denying the presence of abuse in the house. Was it his parents?
なさそうだけど。
でも、アキラってこの絵社長の下の名前？
ですが、この絵さん、あなたが息子さん
Damn.
に暴力を振るっているという通報がありまして、事実、アキラ君の腕に傷があるようですが。
転んだんですよ。何度言えば上がるんですか。もういいでしょう。帰ってください。このクソガキが余計な手間をかけさせやがって。お前は俺の言うことを聞いていればいいんだ。
Jesus.
くそ。なんだったんだ今のは。
この絵の過去奴の抱えるトラウマが再現された声だ
トラウマ？
One more time before the scene ends. That's trauma.
よーしよくやったぞウルフ。
トラウマ？
よしよくやったぞウルフ。
Oh my god, that line is priceless.
俺はお前の犬か。たく、そういうのは先に言っとけよ。
No, this is like a hazing ritual.
聞かれなかった。
We shouldn't approve of hazing, but like, it's Senkichi, he deserves it. A little bit.
どこかで聞いたことのある言葉だ。
おめえだっつの。
それより今の声。
Yeah, that was horrifying. I don't mean to switch to comedy after that horrifying sequence, but like that was a horrifying sequence.
この絵アキラは父親から
The answer seems to be extremely yes.
そんな。
ひでえ話だけど。だから
Agreed.
あいつが許されるわけじゃねえ。
そうだな。過去は過去だ。この絵が改心を使い人々を操る危険な存
Two
在である
things can
ことは間違いない
simultaneously be true. It can both be true that Konoe has been doing some truly horrendous things to other people, and also that he's had a shitty life. These things can both be true.
虐待がトラウマだとして奴は何のためにこの計画を。
直接聞くしかねえだろ。あいつんとこ乗り込んでな。
そうだな。まずは鳥かごの鍵だ。現実に戻って声の場所を突き止めるぞ。
True.
なあ、ジョーカー。この絵
I don't know,
は
thinking
自
about
分
it,
の親
Hydra.
からひどい
Thinking
扱
about
い
it.
をされていたのか。善吉と茜も仲は悪かったが、そんなことはしてなかった。
We need to do a new subset anyway.
なぜこの絵はそんな目にあった？
Oh, Sophie.
家族なんだろう。
If you catch these hands, you toss hands at others. That's the rule of if you, yeah. I mean, but look, it's good. I mean, like, I think this has been a Persona theme, and at least I've seen, maybe I'm confusing it with like, because I know this was a theme of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm trying to think of if I'm confusing it with something else, but the idea that like you can and should treat people as humans and like, you know, help look to understand their traumas while also not having to excuse their shitty behavior is like a solid takeaway. That's a complicated sort of emotional delivery for at least like a degree or two more complicated than good people, bad people. Or even a degree or two more complicated than like good, bad, or gray morality. It's like, hey, this is like, you know, two things that seemingly are contradictory are true. Some hearts are filled with hate. There could be a lot of reasons. I don't know. None of these are great responses.
Tsumari, そういう人間もいるのか。ジョーカーは家族を大切にしたいと思うか？
Yeah. I mean, like, at least, like, the family you choose to keep, rather than, you know, necessarily the family you've been born into.
私もそうだ。私は家族や
What do you mean if
仲
you
間
ever
が
get? You're literally in one right now,
一生
Sophie.
懸命支えたい。
Whether you like it or
私
not.
はそれを怪盗団を見て学んだ。この絵はどんな気持ちでいたんだろうな。
おい、二人ともそろそろ行くぜ。
ごめん、引き止めた。行こう、ジョーカー。
But yeah, all here for the, you know, mainstream action series doing a degree or two more emotional complexity than average. Sophie, yeah, Sophie, you are becoming our friends. You have no choice in the matter. Based on the voices, it's pretty clear headed to Konoe's childhood home. Nikiji's tracking the address down now. Okay, a warden there, yep. Okay, cool. We could hit the old shops on the way through. What, downcast stone? Oh. It wasn't used to build Osaka Castle. Oh, that is sad. The one stone that wasn't used to build Osaka Castle. That is sad. What the heck? No, I'm sad. Sad about a rock. You're being rescued. Please do not resist. You are becoming our friend. You do not have a choice in the matter. Yes! Gotcha! Yes! Give me the gotcha. Oh, you may roll the gacha once. Nah, too much effort. Dude, there's the drink says chunky. I hate that. I hate that. It's just like socialization, right? Like chunky drink could be good in the right if you were just, you know, if you were more accustomed to that as a descriptor for drinks. But like, dude, I can't. Chunky is not something I want to describe my drinks with. What is going on with the camera right now? I think it's that weird bug again. I hate that. Skewers and okonomiyaki. Cookie dough coffee? Like, is it just like flavoring? Or is it like chunky? Is it like chunks of cookie dough in it? That sounds horrifying to me. Is it actually like chunks in the coffee? It's a deeply nostalgic taste. Me when I eat. I've actually never had okonomiyaki. It sounds delicious though. Oh, actually, it smells like a cookie dough. I was gonna say like, nah, dude, no way. That sounds terrible. But like, it does kind of just sound like the coffee version of boba. And like, bubble tea is great. I wouldn't describe it as chunky. I think this is the important part. Like, I wouldn't describe bubble tea as being chunky. But like, it's definitely true that like Japanese vending machine culture is just like very different from Western vending machine culture. Lots of warm, savory drinks. In the old vending machines? Okay. We've done our due diligence shopping-wise. Scary thing, there's terrorists around. Yeah, they're right in front of you, bud. We're so scary. Here we go. Oh. Oh yeah, I guess we got some time, huh? Can we cook? Let's cook a little bit. Do you have nothing of? Oh yeah, we usually require requested okonomiyaki, right? Is this what is even whatever? There we go. Enjoy. Oh yeah, I want some of this. Oh man, we got some time. Let's use the shop real quick. Oh, we're good. We're now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. 30 SP? Gimme? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, 30 SP? Eh. Take your time. Okay, look, we're fine. Mini accessories? Mini accessories? Are there new ones? No, who cares? Oh, right, yeah. That was that. Destination, let's go. Trauma cell, let's go. Ooh. Fancy house. That does make sense. No F for this man. This man gets no F. An incident? Whoa! That's intense. Wow. Yikes. The only survivor? What burglar was this?
事件の真実もわかるかも。
あ、そのために俺たちは
What?
ここまで来た。
That's no burglar, that's an assassin.
入力するぞ。全員突入に備えてくれ。
And in a family this wealthy, that's probably actually an assassin? What the heck? Was Primrose? Who? When you had the house now? Okay. 20 years in the past.
うわ、なんか出た。あれは。
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I remember now. Thank you.
クソガキ、誰のおかげで飯が食えてると思ってんだ。
I told you this man gets no F from me.
やめて、父さん。口答えするな。おら。
Bruh.
誰か助けて。種見ていられない。
Yeah, same.
面倒な
Hello?
そうだぜ。お前も殺し
What do you mean two?
お前も
Yeah, thank you.
素直に金をよこしゃいいものを。どいつもこいつも俺を舐めやがって。
まさかお前が母さんを。
みんなのピンチを救ってくれる悪を許さぬスーパーヒーロー。さあ、テレビの前のみんな、一緒に正義の味方ゼファーマンを呼ぼう。ゼファーマン。
なんだ、テレビつけっぱなしか。
そうか、わかった。ヒーローなんかいない。誰も僕を助けない。なら自分が。僕が
This is like the weirdest
強くなるしかない。
shonen protagonist arc of all time in another universe.
こいつを殺して僕はヒーローに。
何ブツブツ言ってやがる。そこで待ってろ。殺してやれよ。
Oh my god.
どいつもこいつも舐めやがって。
Dude, that was a lot.
親族クソガキが。
The Jokerification of Akira Konoe.
奥さんを殺したの。ひどい。許せない。どうしてそんなことができるの？
This guy is like, what? How we doing, bud? Weak to everything? Alright, this guy's toast. This guy's toast. Alright, alright.
俺だろう。
ありがとうね。
さっさと死ねよ。
これで終わり。お前の母親みたいに言うざまによ。気をつけて。移動しないでも撃ってくるよ。追撃するぞ。こいつ強いぞ。白熱で弱点をつくんだ。ヨハンナ。さすがクイーンだな。あいつやっていいか。これで俺が凍結してるぞ。もう一人の私。ペルソナ蹴散らす。おい、この絵のトラウマ。
Get him. I'm staying calm. I'm calm. I'm calm.
ペルソナ、ヨハンナ。追撃するぞ。クイーンの追撃が炸裂。まだまだいける。
Oh, it is after 5. Okay.
気をつけろ。あいつで終わり。
Okay, not great. We don't love to see it. Okay, so that was not a lot of SP. Oops, that was totally wasn't too far away. Very funny if we just like missed. Okay, good. We did miss. Oh, Futaba.
この手でいいぞスキルヒットミドラスツインメイブこの力でいい動きだったわ
Oops.
オッケーやるわ了解だエルソナウルスカッキーナイスタッチだ今すぐ楽にしてやるよ
Look at this damage.
火力やばそうだぞ正面に立たないようにななんだそれは
We're doing so much damage.
やるなウルフさすがね強敵だな気合い入れていけあいつは任せてみんな気力が減ってるな無理は禁物だぞ
That's the thing about Zenkichi that's so amazing is he does this all on element neutral. Oh my god.
ありがとうな
戦力比較問題なしやっちゃえ敵の攻撃が来るみんな備えてスマッシュヒットやるなウルフあいつ
さすがは狼だな
ウルフかっけーナイス
Easy.
父親
Kind of charge her up for the final shot.
ああやってずっとソフィーこの技早く
Yo. This may be actually kind of bad for AI purposes, but it's good to have around though.
全員無事だな
Yeah. Yeah, it feels better than alright because we have been demolishing the game.
この絵アキラ
Yep.
さっき見たものが本当なら
この絵アキラ虐待から逃れ
Absolutely horrifying. Extremely just like unbelievable situation here.
そしてそれを強盗殺人
That would explain why there was an assassin robber.
あいつも腐ったやつにやられてた
Of course he is, but he didn't have to, you know, take the lesson to learn from having an abusive father who was threatening to kill you was not to create an AI to steal all the world's data and then use it to make the population of the world your minions. That wasn't the lesson.
あんなに追い詰められて誰にも助けてもらえなくて
Actually, Yuritsa. Incredible. Oh, right. I forgot about that.
だから自分自身がヒーローになろうとしたのね改心という力を使ってこんなの悲しすぎる
But that's also for most problems.
もっと違う道があったはず
I mean, like, there was another way than to try and take over the world. There's certainly another option for that. Like, the one with his dad, like, that's just completely effed up. Like, that's just, I don't even, whew. Boy.
もうやめとけどんな過去があろうと
Yes.
何をしてもいいってことにはなら
True.
ない改心で人を操っていい理由には
You
な
know,
ら
we
ねえだ
keep saying this. I need to emphasize, we keep saying this. And, like, we're doing it differently, but, like, come on, guys. It's so close to are we the baddies? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, what the fan of these are doing differently than the jails is going to people who are like already evil with warped desires and taking the warped desires away, leaving the person with their original moral compass before they were twisted into whatever mess they became. So in the logic of the Persona universe, that like makes sense and is not doing something against their will. It's returning their original will to them, basically. But it's like it's not that different. Yeah, exactly. The Phantom Thieves like methodology is much more suspect than their results are justified like highly, but their methodology is a little bit like you know, it's not that far off of what they're accusing other people of doing, which is very funny. Like P4, it makes so much more sense. It's like literally, you know, people fighting their own shadows for the most part, and that just sort of works out. Or like, you know, an actual serial killer or a malevolent deity or two. The Phantom Thieves, it's like, yeah, like you're targeting the people that society has missed, and that's important as like, you know, vigilante heroes to target the people that society couldn't get to. But like, you know, we're talking about, oh, we shouldn't let people, you know, steal the will of others. Yeah, but like, you know. Yeah, no, for sure. It's a scale, and also, like I said, the difference is between taking the sort of non-distorted desires from people, like taking just sort of regular desires, I'm trying to think of the word. Distorted. I mean, distorted is what Persona 5 uses. Like the distortion is the key. I think the key for Persona 5 is by only targeting palace leaders, you're definitively only targeting people who have had desires like you know, abusive desires and power hungry kind of desires that got so out of hand they created an entire metaphysical dungeon around your own warped idea of how the world works. And so by targeting those people, you're in the clear, because those people are clearly in need of help. But, you know, the idea of, well, we shouldn't change anybody's... Changing desires is bad, is like... Guys.
じゃあ次は予告状だな。ああ、お前らお約束のあれか。
だね。あいつを改心さ
Then
せて。
Kichi, you've helped before. Don't say that's kind of your thing. You've helped twice at least, 3 times.
車に戻って。
He's helped most times.
作戦会議と行こうぜ。
Yeah, skill for one. And yeah, the target's not being people who have... But then you run into the issue of like, what counts enough as a crime? But like in this case, you know, changing the hearts of jail leaders has the same effect of changing the hearts of palace leaders. There's somebody who's in a position where like they're only been put in this position because they've been abusing their power, basically, and are in need of a return to a more stable state. They're in this sort of unstable, twisted state and need to be brought back into line versus being some people who are in a normal, stable kind of environment being forced into something unstable and unnatural and twisted. We're sort of the balancing factor returning things to stability. We had like the TVs.
じゃあまた渋谷の時みたいに。あれ、つかおっさんは？
野暮用だとか言ってたぞ。多分
Ominous.
金のとこだろ。
I think we're past the point of the game where we have to worry about Tenkichi like ratting on us, because he would rat on himself.
今は二人きりにしてあげましょう。
So let's assume that's the case.
予告状の話は明日にしない？
For my I'm sorry, Yusuke. I moved the camera and immediately destroyed Yusuke's head.
なんでだよ。
だってほら、善吉は新しい仲間
Oh, he's like a little part of the
初めて
team.
の予告状に絡んでないの、かわいそうかと思って。それに、
Oh
あかね
man,
ちゃん
no.
の件もあったし。確かに、あかねをキングにしたのはこの絵で間違いないだろうからな。やつと善吉の間には浅からぬ因縁がある。
Yeah, because like the monarchs like are not people who exclusively were so twisted that they could have been palace leaders. Like Akane clearly couldn't have, I don't believe, but they all needed to be saved from the nomination, basically.
よし、全吉にも加わってもらおうぜ。それじゃあ予告状の話はまた明日だね。激しい戦いが続いたし。
All right.
今日は早めに休もうぜ。
っていうか、さっきからユウスケ無言じゃない？
Okay, hold on. I'm moving the camera again because of I want to block the I'm blocking UI elements, but like he's asleep. Yeah, for sure he's asleep. Yep, nailed it.
立ったまま KO されている。
Power.
器用なやつだな。
Power.
お前。
Yo, Osaka Odotonbori. Dude, I would like to save my game. No.
冠城管理官。
思ったより元気そうだな。取り調べをされる側になった気分はどうだった？
Wow.
さすがに答えましたよ。俺も年ですかね。それより新島弁護士から聞きました。彼女が割って入れたのはある人物。
Ooh, Kaburagi playing both sides of the table.
何のことかわからんな。
She's smiling.
それで
We're bumped the table.
私に何の用だ？
管理官、あなたの力を借りたい。大和田を逮捕するために。一連の改心事件、裏で大和田も絡んでます。主犯は近衛明。奴らは共謀し、改心の力を使って悪事を働いている。その罪を怪盗団になすりつけ、事実を闇に葬る人。警察内部にも改心された奴がいるはずです。それもかなり上の人間が。今動かなければ取り返しのつかない。
The question is, did they already get to her? Because they got to her with like the deal of like, hey, we'll let you be promoted, but that's probably not a change of heart.
大和田を上げるだけの証拠は？
この絵の自白を取ります。そうすれば大和田の罪も明らかになる。
果たしてこの絵が口を割るかな？
Oh yeah.
奴は必ず落ちます。
Well, we have our ways.
その自信はどこから来る？
No.
怪盗団を使い
I would never
改
do
心
that.
させる気か？
それは言えません。冠城管理官。
I would never.
葵が死んだ時、あなたは俺に言ったはずだ。いつか腐敗した組織を正すと。
Yeah, it was a pretty good time. The time. I don't think she meant at the time that you should wait until you have psychic powers and a team of legendary phantom thieves who have the ability to enter a metaphysical realm and literally change people's cognition so they confess their crimes. But that happened. So now is the time.
変わったな、長谷川。お前の一件で私の理事官への昇進は消えた。このままでは今の椅子も危うい。私としてはおめえを返上したいと。
No.
お前たちを差し出せば大和田に恩を売れると思わないか？
だがそれはあなたの正義が。
Putting a bet on the sense of justice.
やれやれ。3日やる。
Okay, 3 days. We have a deadline.
ありがとうございます。
手帳は返しておく。
Reinstated.
お前がしくじれば私は自分の身を守
Yeah,
る
that's
ことを
fair.
優先する。二度はない。忘れるな。
恩に来ます、管理官。
尾行しますか？
無駄だ。どうせ巻かれる。それより急いでやってもらいたいことがある。
Okay.
長
Commissioner General.
長官ですか？
Yeah.
戦うときは徹底的にやる。それが私のやり方。
Ooh. Nice. Turning the tables. Love to see it. Middy's headquarters, Osaka. President's office.
怪盗団はもう排除したと。
ええ、ジェイル内で拘束し、エマに監視させています。
What?
さすがは近衛君だ。や
He doesn't know Keck W?
とんでもない。
He lacks the critical
これも先生の力
information?
添えがあってこそですよ。全ては我らがエマの示すままに。
ところで少々気が早いかもしれんが、祝いの歌で
He doesn't know?
参加ね。綺麗どころを揃えておこう。君も大いに楽しんでくれたまえ。
That's ominous.
それは楽しみです。ではまた。
通話を終了しました。
クズが聞くに耐えん。奴のような害虫
Oh
こそ
my god.
駆除が必要だ。
おっしゃる通りです、アキラ。
オペレーションオラクルの実現を急がなければな。
I still can't believe he treats Emma like the magic mirror.
それより京都ジールはどうなっている？
Ooh.
問題ありません。怪盗団の監禁を継続中です。
What?
そうか。もう一度確
Wait,
認する。
what?
奴らを改心させる。
Ichinose interfering, perhaps?
はい、アキラ。不可能です。
Oh my goodness. Well, this is weird.
お前がそう言うのなら仕方ない。このままジェイル
Who's pulling the strings here? Oh, this is getting interesting.
さあ、そう仕上げだ。邪魔者が消えた今。
Yep.
私がこの国を。いや、
Akira, that wasn't the lesson. The lesson was... I mean, that wasn't really a lesson. It was just like a fucked up situation. The takeaway from it was not to take over the world, though. Takeaway was that your dad was a horrific person and did unspeakable things and could never be forgiven. You gotta heal from that, not take over the world. Maybe the puppeteer is nothing more than a puppet. That's that meme of like the puppeteers puppeting each other. The top one is like Minecraft YouTubers. Into that meme.
怪盗になって初めての予告状なんだし、混ざっといた方がいいだろ。
いや、出すだけなら何回かやらされてるし。
Zenkichi, come on, man.
それで提案があるんだけど、
Yeah.
今回の予告状、善吉さんが書いてみない？
俺が？いや、なんも書いたことねえぞ。
First time for everything.
ああ、初めては大事だぞ。
Sophie's so right.
じゃあ予告状は決まりだな。あとはどうやって出すかだ。
決まりなのかよ。
Nope, you've agreed.
テレビで散々言われたからな。
But that requires Futaba to hack into TVs again, and like, can she do that from the go?
敵と同じ方法もな。ネットで生放送は？インパクトがな。
Okay.
本人に直接渡しちゃうとか？確実に捕まる。
どう思うよ。
They're all missing something. Some sort of je ne sais quoi.
にかける感じだな。ねえみんな、あれ？
Is it a blimp?
あれは飛行船？
Okay, this is weird. There's a fun fact I found out recently. It was like a month or two ago. There's only like a couple dozen blimps in existence, and only like 5 or 6 that actually get used.
今時珍しいね。霊言暴言語。日
Yeah.
本で唯一の現役飛行船。
Yeah. Isn't that weird? It's like, ah, blimps. Blimps are around. Well, there's like... It's mostly that, like, in the US at least, you've probably seen specifically the Goodyear blimp a bunch of times, and no other blimps.
マディス社がエマの宣伝のために飛ばしてるそうだ。
マディス社が。
大阪上空を毎日のように飛び回ってるらしい。
Just very weird.
そうなんだ。
ってことは。
決まりだな。よし。
Okay. We're finally at the end. This will most likely, asterisk, 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 be the last, asterisk, asterisk, calling card we ever send. As always, once we send the calling card, we'll be putting the plan into motion. It's also a good chance of going up against Konoe. Make sure we're fully prepared, then we'll send out the calling card. Okay. Okay. We know what the deal is. We know what the deal is. Let's see if there's any daily specials. Oh, there's specials. The specials are garbage. I do want alien brand jelly though. Terrible specials. The worst specials we've literally ever seen. Okay, that's fine. We didn't need specials anyway. Okay. Folks of YouTube, thanks for being here. Stream folks, don't move. We'll be back in a second. Folks of YouTube, thank you for being here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episodes. Come back tomorrow for hopefully the conclusion to the Konoe arc and see where things go. If you did like the episode, make sure you consider subscribing down below and checking out the Twitch stream, which runs every night, Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/s_TV. Hopefully I will see you soon. Until next time. Peace.